Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Eric from ReConvert, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to add product recommendations carousel to your Shopify checkout in 2025 and beyond. Now before we get started, a few things that are important. First of all, like the video, subscribe, and comment below ReConvert just so YouTube give us some love. Second, if you're not on the Shopify Plus plan, you can't add product recommendations to your Shopify checkout because Shopify limits the ability of merchants not on the Shopify Plus store to edit the Shopify checkout. If it was up to us, we would let everybody do that, but it's a limitation by Shopify. And third, why would you like to add product recommendations to your checkout? This is a prime location where customers are very likely to make a purchase. They probably already made up their mind. They are holding the credit card in their hand. And at this point, if you will display the right offer at the right time to the right customer, your average order value is going to increase and the customer is more likely to buy more at your store. Now, without wasting any time, I'm just going to jump into my screen and I'll show you how to set it up. Let's do it together. Okay, so I'm in my Shopify store in my ReConvert dashboard. This is a demo store, so there's some data here, but it's really kind of empty. I'm just gonna head over to the flow builder. This is where you set up all of your offers, all of the conditions, all of the specific nitty-gritties of the app. So I'm just gonna hit that. So here is my flow builder. Right now it's kind of empty, and if you want to learn more on how to set up the flow builder and how it works, just click the help video button at the top right corner of the screen. Here is the video. There's also an article to help you out, and if you need any help, just reach out to a live support 24/7 at the bottom right corner of the screen. Now, because we're talking at the checkout, I'm going to start from the left menu and pick the checkout page. The second step is selecting the condition. Right now I don't want to set any specific condition. I just want to create a general offer that's going to be displayed for everyone, just general product recommendation carousel at my checkout. So I'm going to click the default condition in here. And right now I have only one slot. Slot is a group of widgets you can create in ReConvert and then place them within the relevant page in Shopify, in this case, the checkout. So I'm just going to click on add widgets and it's going to open up ReConvert's offer editor. Now, if you want to learn more about the offer editor, again, there's a help video at the top right corner of the screen. But for now, I'm just going to go through this real quick. By default, when you create a new offer, it's just going to have very basic product upsell. I'm going to remove that because we want to add product recommendations carousel. At the bottom left corner of the screen, I'm just going to click on add widget, and in here I can select from any of the ReConvert available widgets. Right now we have bundle, product recommendations, product upsell, divider, text, and banner. By the time you're watching this video, there's a good chance there are new upgraded widgets, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to select product recommendations. And here is the product recommendations widget. This is what it looks like by default. The product widget is built with a few sections. Okay, we have a text section at the top and then a products section. And inside the product section, there are multiple blocks that are going to affect the product themselves. Now, of course, if you want to add another widget, which is going to be either a banner or another set of products, or if you want to add another divider or text, you can do all of that without a problem. But I'm pretty happy with the current setup. I'm going to start with the text. I think I'm going to align it to the left because everything else in my checkout is aligned to the left. So I'm going to do that. And I think everything else is kind of okay. Maybe I'm going to make it bold. I think it's going to look better. Now let's move on to the second part, which is more important, the products themselves. First of all, you can select out of 3 layouts. One is going to be a slider. As you can see, they can slide through it, and it also looks nicer on mobile. So they can see like 2 products, and then the third one, they understand they can scroll it. Okay. The second layout is a list. This is what it's going to look like. And of course, out of the list layout, you can select between 2 layouts of upsells. I think the smaller one looks better in this case. And then there is a grid that you can display this way. I'm going to get it back to a slider. I think it looks better. Moving on, there's the products we want to display. By default, it's set to display Shopify recommendations using the Shopify recommendation algorithm. But if you want, you can also select specific products. If you do that, there's going to be a list of products, and then you can pick the product that you want. In this case, if I want to select this product, it's just going to show up. And once you select a real product, you're actually going to see the product details. I'm going to move it back to Shopify recommendations. By the way, there are 3 apps we partnered with: Wither, Personalized Recommendations, and Recomatic, that you can use their algorithm to display better products at your checkout. Next is the number of products you want to display in the product carousel. By default, it's set to 8. You can change the number. Also, the slider size, like you can see right now, the slider size is set up to 2. You can increase it to 3 or 4 or even 1. Okay, if you want to do that. I'm going to keep it at 4. I think, in my mind at least, personally, I think this is best and customers can see the most products at the same time. I'm not going to go through all of the small details. You can just explore it on your own. Now, one thing that I want to touch on is the recommendations intent. If you have the search and discovery app by Shopify, you have related products and you have complementary products. So from this app, we're going to allow you to choose which type of intent you want, either related products or complementary products. If you don't have the app, don't worry, we're just going to use the related products by default. Now, Now, one other important detail here, of course, if there are specific products that you want to exclude from being shown in the recommendations, like for example, the same products that are already in the checkout, you can check this box. And of course, exclusion tags, these are tags you can add that if any product is tagged with this tag, it's not going to be displayed in the recommendations. For example, no upsell. So if I added this tag, and you can add multiple tags, if any product is tagged with this product, it's not going to be displayed in the recommendations. So all you have to do is just head over to your store, tag the products you don't want to show in, and this problem is solved. All right. You can play a little bit more with the image, the product titles, the descriptions, if you want to show descriptions or not, the discount, if you want to throw in a discount, you can set it up without a problem. The accept button, you can control if you want to make it a primary, a secondary, or a plain button, and also control the text. You can choose if you want to display variant picker or not, if you want to change the text or what variant is going to be selected by default. Same goes for quantity picker. Basically, you can control everything, but I'm pretty happy with the current setup. So I'm just going to hit save. Now, all I have to do is place the slot within the Shopify checkout. All right, so I close the offer editor. I'm back to the flow builder, and I'm just going to click here the place your slots in the Shopify editor button. It's going to take me to the Shopify checkout editor and just add ReConvert checkout slot number 1, and this is what it's going to look like in my actual checkout. Of course, if you want to change the location, you can just drag and drop the element within the Shopify checkout editor. This is what it's going to look like when it's being scrolled, and I'm just going to hit save. And that's it. Now the product recommendations are going to be added to my Shopify checkout. The last thing that I want to do is actually go through the checkout and show you how the analytics show up later on. Okay, so here is a random product from the store. I'm just gonna hit buy now and let's see what recommendations comes from the Shopify algorithm. Great, and here are my Shopify recommendations. I can scroll it around and see what it looks like. And then let's just say that I wanna add, I don't know, 2 of these blankets. I'm just gonna click on add to cart. And in here we have an undo button in case you want to do that. It's not a must, you can also customize it. Now that we're done, let's just head over through checkout. You know what, let's just add one other product, why not? Let's add this one to cart and let's close this. Amazing. And let's complete the purchase. Amazing, we are in the thank you page and the order is completed. So now let's head over back to the ReConvert dashboard. I'm gonna refresh the page. By the way, if it doesn't update immediately, it can take like a minute for the data to update, so it's not a worry. And as you can see here, I had 3 accepted offers instead of 1, which I had before, and I have $85 in additional revenue. So I don't know if you remember, but we had $5 before. Now we had 2 products. One of them was $60 and the other is $20. So that's a total of $80 in revenue. We can see the ROI for the app for this month and the conversion rate from all of the offers. Down here, we can see analytics from different pages. For this video, we are focusing on the checkout. So we're only going to see analytics from the checkout, but you can set up other pages like thank you page or the status page, post-purchase offers, etc. with ReConvert. Below that, we're going to see the latest activity report. This is where you can see exactly on what date and time, on which order with a link to the order, which customer with a link to the customer, on what page did what, and what was the value of that action. All right, now if I head over to the flow builder, in here, I'm going to see a little bit more information. I'm going to hit checkout and click the default condition. I'm going to see that this slot that we've created has 1 impression, total. This is, we saw it 1 time at the checkout. We have 2 clicks and 2 conversions, and the conversion rate is actually 200%, which is kind of counterintuitive, but possible in a way, I guess. And if I'm going to click the slot, I'm going to see even further if I have more than 1 widget into the slot, which we didn't do now, but you can add, for example, product recommendations and another product upsell below, or another product recommendations. You can see the performance for each widget. Right now, we only had 1, so it's kind of irrelevant. And that's it, guys. You now know how to add product recommendations carousel to your Shopify checkout in 2025 and beyond. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.